Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, season 2 is on ESPN, and everybody's watching again. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I never see any of my fights, guys. I don't watch any of my fights.
Yeah.
Oh, George, you don't watch your fights. Okay.
I don't. I can't stand it. I said I don't watch it. That's why those who cannot do teach. That's why I coach. I will not allow my students to make the same mistakes. I never listen to anybody. I never did. I still don't. I listened to anyone. People thought I fought. Everybody's question, why didn't you use jiu-jitsu? I knew that was going to come up at some point. Fighting is the purest form of self-expression. It's literally me living my entire life, coaching the right way, teaching the right way, guiding the right way. And when I got to the cage, I'm like, I am free. I can actually have fun doing whatever the fuck I want. And that's how it turned out. It was literally self-expression, just guns blazing, going forward. I should even kick more because I'm a better kicker than puncher. Well, I was punching, loopy stuff, no head movement, everything that I don't teach, I was doing it. It turned into a pissing contest. You know what?
Right.
It did give me this long-lasting name, I guess, for being popular, for the amazing, entertaining, crazy fights. Not the type of fame that you really want and crave for, right? You want to be the one that puts the guy away quick, shows a lot of skill, a lot of technique, and keeps on to the next one.
Yeah.
And that's not how I saw. That's not how I saw. I just literally just had so much fun. Never got nervous. I always tell Richard, tell me I'm dangerous. Tell me I'm dangerous. Tell me I'm dangerous. And he goes, George, stop fucking around. You're about to fight. Like, tell me I'm dangerous or I'm not coming out. I was always ready and excited to go. And I forgot to finish and to win and to go with a killer instinct that I've always had in training, always had even enrolling with my students. But I felt free and I felt like just a lack of obligations, just be able to be myself when it counted the most. I guess it's just everything in life. It's too much is not good for you, right? Even teaching, even jiu-jitsu and martial arts. It was an overload, and I took out on my fighting. Looking back, being now 44, looking back, I was like, how was I fighting? That's stupid. Wow. And how can I teach the seminars in my classes and run my students to practice and teach them to take them to the Bellator world titles, to freaking UFC world titles, to top ranking UFC. I had at some point 13 fighters in camp as I was in the UFC contract. 13 UFC contract fighters on my students, either Bellator, UFC, or Strikeforce, and me being the head coach.
Wow.
So I was going, you remember those times, Chad?
Yeah.
You remember those times?
Yeah.
When Matt Brown just showed up at the school and he had no gi, and I had to let him take the seminar without Matt. Matt's always gives all the credit in the world. I love Matt. I let him take the seminar without a gi. And then eventually I paid him for the gi. And I always never charged him a dime because he was so eager to learn. And I cornered him. He always first fight. He first beat Douglas Lima. That's when he made a name for himself because Douglas quit in the second round and Matt just came after him. Douglas is undefeated phenom. And that was in Atlanta, Georgia. And then that's it. Matt Brown took off and Dustin Hazelett took off back then. Tommy Hayden. Oh my gosh, so many were. Rich Franklin, guys heard of that one?
Yeah.
Rich Franklin and then Joe Riggs came to train. Everybody was here. Chris Lytle was here. Brad Imes, everybody. Tom Murphy, they all came.
Yeah.
Marcus Davis.
Yeah.
They're all here.
That's good times, man.
Yeah.
Is that what got? Go ahead, Chad.
Well, I was going to say, do you want what my favorite fight of all time I saw live? This is going to date both of us on how old we're getting, right? Was you and Jay Ireland.
Oh, that was my dad. That's the fight of the year, 2008. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was there.
That was fun.
I was there, man. It was.
See, I remember that. I remember that when they go. Never had that feeling in the UFC. Kind of sad, but I remember looking at the arena. How packed was Cleveland, huh?
It was packed.
The arena that the night.
Yeah.
What the hell is King of the Cage about? That place was packed. And I remember everybody on their feet yelling JG. That was the craziest moment of my life. Like, then I look back in the fight and I see the highlight of the fight. And people think it's a highlight repetition. It's not a repetition. It's how it went.
Yeah.
It's how the fight went. Not repeating the highlights in the same combinations. There was just a non-stop throwing. That is the toughest guy I ever fought.
Yeah.
Wow.
He would not fall. Did you not see that thing?
Yeah.
He would not fall down.
Yeah, Terry's probably hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah,
unconscious for him to fall down. That was a great fight. Yeah.
Is that what
That was
you?
good.
Is that why you transitioned into teaching more, George? Because you get, I mean, you like it now. Obviously, you love it. It's a passion for you, right?
It is, but I didn't transition because of that. My mom passed, right? You guys know that stuff already.
Mhm.
Hi, honey. So when my mom passed, she wanted me to retire. So I was ready to retire. I didn't want to retire, but I was 36, I think. Yeah. And I was with Titan. I was doing the main event still. And as soon as she passed, I already kind of had the feeling, it just came over me. I'm like, I gotta retire. She said, it's enough. You put 15 years of career in the sport. When are you gonna give it to your students? If you don't give time to your students. So I retired. I called Dave Martin. I don't know who I called. Joe, one of them, my favorite reporter, because I want to go on record. I don't want to be the guy that retires and then needs money later, has all this reasons to do the mediocre comeback, which to each their own. You know, the guys make a legend. You have a good run, and then you go back and you come out of retirement looking sloppy and weird. And I don't know why you're doing that. Most of them, I don't know. They need money, but no, I wanted to retire with accountability. So I did publicly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't come back.
Yeah, sure.
So I wouldn't be like, I want to fight every day. Every fucking day I want to fight.
Yeah.
Every day I get up, I would like to fight somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not now, just a competition.
Sure.
You know,
right.
like good fight.
Yeah,
I would love
right.
to, I would love to fight. I
Yeah.
like fighting. I like confrontation. I like fighting, I like sparring. I like it. But I had to make it public and known. So I'm not one of those guys, the hypocrites that says one thing and do the other.
Sure.
So it
And
keeps
you-
me grounded. It keeps
yeah.
me focused on my students, keeping focused on the business and on my family. Actually, I'm really happy now. Just the happiest I've ever been in my life with my wife and 3 dogs, 3 kids that I have. And if I was still fighting, I would have to be gone. I can't be at home. I have to be in
Right.
Boston, or I have to be with Crew Mark and living in the dungeon and doing all that stuff. Sacrifice 5 weeks of my life. I would love to be able to come say hi, babe. It's my wife, guys. Officer Jamie.
Yes,
Hi.
Officer Jamie.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah, she said hi. Yeah. So I don't have that. I don't want to do it I would do it. I would
You
go
do it in a
right
second.
back to the dungeon in Boston. I would go back for 6 weeks. It's the happiest times. It's not the fight either. It's the journey. Like
Yeah.
the 5 to 6 weeks of camp that I'm eating the little tuna and the broccoli and just enough, and the feeding my Endurox after doing my 2-mile run and getting seeing your lungs bleed and your eyes are watering and you're getting your butt kicked every day, but you're just preparing that part. You have to enjoy it. If you don't love every day of that suffering, you're not meant to do that. And people only see the glory and the highlights and the victories and the weigh-ins when everybody's ripped and shredded, and they don't see what they do in the dark when nobody's looking. But that's what there's a difference. I loved the simple life. I love the work. I love to sleep at Sitiatong in the basement room, the size of my kitchen, I swear to you. The size of my kitchen with a TV. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll still be sleeping because I get up at 7 to do conditioning. But it was 6 o'clock a.m. class. I only hear bam, bam, all the bags. People just kicking the bags. 6 a.m. Fuck, that's music to my ears, man. I was just like, yeah. Like some people are getting after 6 a.m. I'll just sleep like this, waiting to wake up, to go suffer, to embrace the suck, and to knowing that there's nobody that's gonna go in there more prepared than I was. Did I fight smart? No. Did I ever get tired? Was I always the hardest working in the room? Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Have I ever been outworked by anybody? No. I worked though. Did I use my brain, my wits properly? Negatory. I make up words. I did not do that either. No. Do I have any regrets? No. I don't live in the past. I have so many great students now. It's such a beautiful legacy of accountable young kids, champions, man. Jiu-jitsu champions, Muay Thai warriors, at school. school of life, teaching life lessons, not just fight lessons, teaching people movement, confidence, accountability, respect, to be better people, to love themselves a little more in this crazy world through the gateways of martial arts. So me and my business partner, Dave Fluff, he changed my life too. He's a Marine, former Marine, and he believes in what I believe. And when two alpha males share the same idea and passion and know and learn how to get along and move something forward, I'm literally, not to quote the situation, but I fucking love the guy. I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
All I'm missing is a fucking fist fight. Like somebody just pissed me off in one of those Fuji tournaments, and that's what I'm waiting for. One of his jiu-jitsu coach, somebody to just trigger me the wrong way so I can just unleash hell on someone. But
gotta behave,
man.
George. You gotta behave, man.
I do. Otherwise, and I do. That's why I pray 20 million times a day. Sometimes it doesn't work. Most times it works. And I pray. I'm like, if I do this here, he deserves. But what kind of martial artist would I be? What kind of professor would I be?
Sure.
What am I going to do? I'm going to beat up this guy here in front of all my young students. What kind of self-control am I showing?
Right.
So, we kind of grow and mature to those battles. But I'll find out where you live, and I will stalk you when you come from work one day. You can get the Brazilian out of Brazil, but not the Brazilian out of Brazil, man. The Brazilian stays. I'll find out. I don't get mad. I get even.
Yeah.
What's your lineage from the
Brazil? You, Chad. You got your black belt now.
Yep.
You're training there with Klingerman still.
So yeah, I'm in Canton, Ohio. Klingerman's obviously in Indiana, but yeah, I just saw him a month ago. He came down for a seminar. Hadn't seen him for a little bit because of COVID and all that stuff. But yeah, we affiliated with Klingerman about 5 years ago. We had some things happen with our other affiliation, and I've known James through jiu-jitsu a long time, just the circuit of jiu-jitsu, like you.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, good teacher. I mean,
always has been a great teacher. Always been really devoted to his students. Mm-hmm. I don't give props to many out there, and I'll say loudly the ones that I don't care for.
Right.
The ones that they think the American, they treat you guys like a dollar bill. They think you guys are not smart enough to understand good jiu-jitsu from bad jiu-jitsu. Right. They can teach you just some bullshit class and be on cell phones, leaning against the wall, thinking that just because they speak like me with a Brazilian accent, that you're not smart enough to realize that he's not giving you all that he should be giving you. It doesn't matter how talented and great you can be or you are. If you're fed shit information, that's all you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So a great guy, you can be great, but if your teacher is not great, how can you ever be great? Because that's all you know.
Yeah.
So you literally, that's how I hold myself accountable very much. Like I can make people, you hang around me long enough, motherfucker, hang around me, close to me long enough, I brainwash you to believe in yourself. Because
I like that.
Everybody can be a champion if you put enough time into it. Everybody can be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, just about pushing themselves.
People don't care to take time to make clients and see students, people that have bad backgrounds or a shitty. Not everybody grew up privileged like I did, and I'm grateful for it.
Right.
With good parenting, with good households, without trouble in the family, without drug abuse, and all this stuff that goes along. So people need help in different ways. And if you're going to the jiu-jitsu class thinking that you just teaching moves like they're a paying client, so to speak, and I'm worried about the dollar bill coming in monthly, right. I can give two shits about the technique, what I'm teaching them. I can be hindering that person's progress tremendously. And also, even that could be a champion. How can that person ever actually even be a champion? Because all I feed them is mediocre information. Right. Because I don't care enough to teach them. Because they're paying the same amount.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever advertise it. No. I don't put it anywhere. And I've never had less than 30 people in my life. And the problem is not even getting me there. The problem is getting me out of there.
Yeah.
Because I'll stay and I'll teach and I'll teach and I'll teach and I'll teach. If you're willing to learn, I'll teach. And I'll teach with with everything in my, because I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And I like people to learn.
Yeah.
But I'm not
And
a fucking self. But
right.
if you want to learn jiu-jitsu and you're interested in learning jiu-jitsu, I know a guy.
Yeah. I told Dustin, we had Dustin Ware on a couple shows ago, and I told Dustin, you guys were kind of, to me, were kind of my first friends outside of my school, out of my team back then, you know? Dustin always invited me to your seminars. You always welcomed me. And I told him, for lack of a better word, I said, I think George is underrated in his gi teaching because you're not on the seminar circuit. You're not out there pumping out all these seminars. And I wish I could go back and take those seminars again and see the details that I wasn't seeing then. You know what I mean?
They don't change, but they don't.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm going to Lexington and to Hazard this weekend.
Yeah.
And the next one, I'm going to Fort Wayne. I'm busy. And like I said, I told you, Chad, like, I'm not good at many things, man. I don't toot my own horn and stuff. Like, my wife makes fun of me. I cannot hang up curtains. I obviously don't cut on my yard, my lawn. I don't have to cut the yard. It's therapeutic. My ass. That's not therapeutic. Pay my neighbor, whatever, $30, my little kid, to sweat his balls off, clean my dog poop, and mow all of my lawn. That's therapeutic to me while I eat sushi.
Right.
You know, that's not therapeutic to me. But the seminars and teaching, everything up is the same. Like, there's always busy, and I'm not leaving until it sticks. And I always believe the fundamentals win the game. And every time I'm invited to a seminar, I'm always invited back. I have absolutely no I've never had a bad seminar. I never had a bad feedback. Never, because I'm not leaving until you learn.
Right.
I don't stop until I see it done properly, until you go, wow. I'm not looking to see the movement. I'm looking for the feeling.
Right.
You know, you're looking when you're doing jiu-jitsu. You're not looking to go, I put my arm here, put my hand here, and I do this. No, you look for that feeling of effortlessness. When you find that feeling of effortlessness in an action that should cause effort, if you don't have the right information, you go, that's a breakthrough. So as a beginner, we have many, many breakthroughs. As a black belt, 5th degree, I'm old as fuck. As a black belt, if you have a breakthrough every once and again, it's great.
Right.
Even a black belt, I say, turn the hip. How about you just turn it this way and try to put your hand here instead of here? Right? If you're black belt, this little thing changes everything.
Absolutely.
And if you are, I'm extremely attentive to details, like annoyingly attentive to details, because the setup is the beginning of everything. If your setup is poor, you're setting yourself up to failure. Mm-hmm. So from the beginning to the end, I expect greatness. That's how I teach every day. Yeah.
Again, it's some of the best seminars I've ever been to were yours. I was kind of a seminar junkie when I got my purple belt. I was going to all kinds of stuff.
I remember you. You're always there.
I was always there. I went to Dustin Hazelett's. He was down there a couple times. But yours kind of made me realize, like, all seminars aren't created equal. You might get some fancy stuff, and just because you're a world champion doesn't mean you can teach either.
Exactly. There's a different, they say, right? Those who cannot do teach. I don't believe that, because of Hanzo. Master Hanzo is amazing. He can fight, he can teach. Mm-hmm. I can do both. I'm a better teacher. But to be a world champion, you can be a world champion. I don't want to say names, but we know 3 moves. You're very good at a takedown, side control, a great sweep, and you are a world champion. Try to teach a technique filled with details from a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, to a 60-something-year-old, like completely irrelevant of the gender, weight, size, experience. When you can relay the same message to every single one of them, then you can maybe consider yourself a decent instructor.
Right.
You have to be able to teach and explain everybody the same technique, and everybody is going to have to learn through different ways, different gateways, different tries. Not everybody learns the same. Nope. If you're able to relay the message to an entire group, then you can maybe pat yourself in the back a little bit. You're learning how to teach. I have a lot of people shadow me. All my black belts have to shadow me for a while before they teach on their own. Why? They don't have to. I make them, but they understand that, I was missing this. I was missing that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was missing this. I go, okay, coach, now you show the kids. They help me. My black belts help me shadow, teach when I teach the kids class, when I teach my adult class. They come back to take class every once and again. They ask questions to stay recycled. It's the only thing I know. It's all I know. I started when I was 14. I'm 44. For 30 years, I do jiu-jitsu every single day. I've been on a mat, in a ring, or on a cage, barefoot, full time, every day for 30 years.
Wow. Wow. What made you want to start at 14? Was it around you then?
I was done with team sports. That's kind of a long story. I played volleyball, basketball, and soccer, and I lost the state. I played volleyball, whatever. I lost the state volleyball, high school, junior year, whatever, still here, because it was the 5th quarter, and I swear my teammates were tired. How can you be tired even playing volleyball? I don't get it. But they didn't die for every ball. I don't understand that either. I know I just vividly remember the feeling of losing because of other people's efforts or lack thereof.
Yeah.
And the next day, my little brother and his friends are always inviting me to go try this jiu-jitsu thing. This talk about the neck, hicks and grace, and do this flexing thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna go grab people, in the pajamas and have people sweat on me when I'm doing all this stuff. I went one time, and I realized if I lose, it's on me. And if I win, it's my glory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rely on anybody. I quit everything. Never next morning. Quit everything. The coaches went crazy, called my mom, my dad. I'm like, I'm done. That's what I want to do. For the rest of my life, I want to fight. That was it. I never missed a practice ever since. The first day, second day, third day, I was instant. I like instantaneous addiction and obsession with being the best I could be, by myself, for myself, follow my dream, be in the UFC, open up a gym. My father would laugh at me. I said, I'm going to have a gym one day because I want to train Sundays, and everything in Brazil is closed on Sundays. And Dad would laugh and go, Sundays is God's day. You go to church. You don't train on Sundays. Like, Dad, one day I'm going to have a gym, and it's going to be open on Sundays. And he laughed. I'm like, how are you going to do that? Well, how do you like them apples?
There you go.
I have plenty gyms, and a bunch of them are open on Sundays, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's just, don't doubt me. Not even my dad. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. My mom didn't support it, but then after all this success happened, that was my son. That's my son. That's a regular mom. That's my son. That's
Right.
Every
Sure.
grappling magazine. I remember back in the day, Chad, like they had nothing else. They had nothing else to do. So every grappling magazine, every issue, every month I was in them for like 3 years in a row. Like I stacked this big, and my mom had every one of them.
That's awesome.
And I don't have any of them. None. I have no memorabilia, man. Nothing. Not a pair of gloves.
Wow.
I have it here.
Just didn't.
Yeah, in your mind. Yeah.
I lived it. I lived it.
I
lived it. I'm the guy that did it all. I don't need a pair of gloves or my old pair of shorts or some over hanging at school. I'm on to the next one. I'm on to the next chapter of my life.
Sure.
I lived that. I don't need any reminders besides my fucking logo. My JG is not gonna go anywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, centuries after I'm dead, there's still gonna be people's fighting shorts.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind
That's
of
a legacy.
So doing some of them early seminars with you, I remember you talking about, hey, where's your team patch? You need that JG on your gi.
Yes.
And that kind of resonated with me as starting out building a gym. We didn't have patches then. So you're one that kind of got me to like, hey guys.
How would I know? How would I know your devotion? You want to be my student? You want to learn from me? You want me to drive here to teach you what I've been learning my entire life? And what is your skin in the game? Where's my patch? Where's my name on your gi? Where's my logo? Since I'm coming here and you say you do anything for me, you train as hard as you want to train for me. You do whatever I say. If I say jump, you're gonna say how high. Where's my mark? Yeah. I wear my senseis. I wear SAS. I always have. Whereas I'm not the boss. I come from a legacy. I carry a legacy, and I have my own. So yeah, you remember that. I'm like, where is your patch? It's the same thing today. Where's your patch? If you are part of a team, you have a patch. You're a team. How can I say? How do I know if you're on my team if I don't see my name anywhere on you? My logo anywhere, I don't see it.
Yeah.
So you don't carry any skin in the game. That's very convenient to you and acceptable to me.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes a lot.
It does.
It really stuck with me too.
We're old.
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
really
things make
stuck
more
with
sense.
Yeah, I got mine tattooed on me. You can't see it.
There you go. There you go. I got mine tattooed on too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How about you,
Yeah.
Terry? What's your news?
Not much, man. So I'm a white belt under Chad. Started about a year ago, February of last year. And I'm about to get the shield, my team tattooed on me next Thursday.
That's awesome. You know that's not a joke, right? Usually the black belts have to ask for me for that. And it's a serious commitment, man. It's not like a joke. You're doing this
Very
for
much.
life.
Yep.
Tattoos are removable now, but when you put the logo of your gym, logo teacher on yourself, it's just like you know that. I shouldn't be the old man like we are.
But it's
not just
sure.
a
It's
joke.
the way
It's a big commitment.
Right. It's the way you carry yourself on and off the mat.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Chad
it
and
is.
Chad and I talk about that all the time. And I'll actually be 44 next week.
Shit, I'm already 44. I'll be 45.
Oh, okay. And Chad, Chad's in his 40s. So
I'll be 46 this year.
46.
George. 46.
Oh, you're the old one, dude.
I'm the old one.
So yeah,
we all feel great. Another good. Every day above ground is a good day, boys.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, it is. Definitely. What's your lineage with BJJ?
Mestre Sozinho Sá.
Okay.
Francisco Sá, yeah. And then from there was me. He's from his father, Mestre Sá, that comes from Taqueroyano. That's not the same lineage of the Gracie, the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
So the call is Gracie Sá, Sozinho Sá, me, Gibson Sás in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So Dustin, right now, all the SAS people here in Ohio Midwest are from me. So Dustin Ware, the people, all the guys in Cleveland,
yeah.
in Michigan, Triumph, West Virginia, Lexington, Kentucky. We go all day, Texas.
All day, everywhere. Yeah. Every day, all day.
Yeah. Every day. Like as long as people are doing jiu-jitsu and making something better other than typing on Facebook.
Yes.
Or play video games and eating junk food, it's good, man.
Yes.
It's just sad nowadays. Don't get me started.
Yeah. It's way different.
Everybody found a bigger reason to stay home.
Yes.
To be sedentary, to not train or push themselves. I don't know. Just to less social. Everybody's got social anxiety. Everybody's locked up at home. Typing on Facebook like these lay lions can barely choke a freaking chicken. But everybody's got a voice on Facebook. Everybody's stuff on Facebook. Everybody got something to say on Facebook. And nobody facing in the first place. And now it's even harder. Nobody says anything.
Nothing.
Now it's turning around. Look how funny. Mark my words, boys. Now things are turning very, very fast. Now after the pandemic, people are coming back together.
Right.
The last time it was a Fuji tournament. It was the biggest conglomerate of people that we had together. First time in a year that I see more than 500 some people together. They forgot. They are now talking like they're typing. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now they're talking like they're typing. They forgot that the person is right there, in front of you.
Right.
So I had to put a couple people in check real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Because everybody now is talking like they're behind the screen on Facebook, and they're not. They're not. No. A lot of people are going to get hurt after this pandemic's over because you're running your mouth too much.
For sure.
Everybody's running their mouth a little bit too much. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to catch up with
everybody's entitled to equality. Fuck your equality. Equality. I don't treat anybody equally. I treat you accordingly. I'm going to treat you accordingly. You're respectful, I show you respect. You're nice, you're an asshole. Equality?
Sure.
Equality. Yeah. Come on, man. Give me a break.
Well, it's like representing your team.
Whatever.
Like, it's like representing your team on the mat and off the mat. Like you want everyone
the entire
to be
time.
You want people
treat people as you want to be treated. It's not different. It's the same thing we've been taught by our parents.
Sure.
It's no different. Right? Treat people with respect.
Sure.
Show your elderly some respect. Say please and thank you. Say, may I please do this? Just
sure.
If somebody acts with some manners, norm. Say no to mom and dad, cry in front of mom and dad. I see it all the time. People running their mouths, being smart asses, wise asses. with there's no regard for retaliation. Think that they hold their iPhones and be like, touch your hand on me. Yeah, put your finger on me. I have you on camera. You on the phone. I'm recording on the phone. Think that's really going to keep them safe.
Right.
Sure.
I'll stick that phone so far up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet. I'm not even playing. Like your phone is going to save if you really make me that angry. People now out of adjusting with myself because people are just, it's just tough. You know, I left the country that was very conflicted and corrupt to move to the greatest country in the world. I believe we live in the greatest country in the world. I love everything about this country. And to see all this kind of separation and hate and, you know, everybody against everyone, it seems like. Everybody wants, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Right.
You know, always this. If you don't want all this racism bullshit, you want to just stop talking about racism. Just stop talking about it. We're going away. Stop talking about black, white, yellow, green, purple. Just stop freaking talking about it, man. It just seems like I just moved right back in Brazil.
That's what I was asking you. When did you move? When did you come to?
I moved in 1998.
98. Okay.
Permanently. I went to high school in 1993, 1994. Then I was here permanently in 98 because I figured that I belong here. I wanted to be here. So I wanted to be here. I wanted to live here. I figured I was literally pretty much an American guy that was born in the wrong place. So I wanted to come pursue my future. I wanted to be in the UFC. The UFC was in the US. I didn't have a choice. I had to move to the US to pursue my dreams.
Sure.
So I did that. You know,
Sure.
I left
Yeah.
a house with 2 housekeepers and I never had to do a dish before. Never did anything. Never had to clean anything. My job is to get good grades and play sports, and I was really damn good at that. I came here just because I wanted discomfort. I seek discomfort. I wanted to be in the UFC. So I had $2,700 and a partial scholarship to Wright State. $2,700 for my name. Waited
Wow.
tables for 7 years. The story's all over. You don't have to repeat that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you know how they went. So
Sure.
and
Sure.
I always say, not a pity party or a story anyway. I'm proud of every damn thing I've done. You know, eating leftovers, all that stuff that never made me feel sad or lesser than a person. I was pursuing my dream. And if anybody was going to get in my way, like nobody's going to get in my way. Nobody's going to stop me. And I was afraid or embarrassed or of anything that I've done. Nothing. I went after and I got it. So more power to me, motherfucker.
Yeah, right on for sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You got to grind. And like you said, George, like you said this earlier in the show about being in the darkness, you know, like grind. And I take it as like grinding. I feel like people grow more in the darkness if they're willing to embrace it, if they're willing to embrace that darkness. And when I say darkness, I don't mean like bad things in your life. I'm talking about, like you said, someone kicking a bag at 6 a.m. was music to your ears. You know, like you were ready to embrace it. And a lot of people don't want to do that now in today's society. They don't want to embrace the hard, the suck, like you said.
But hold on, keep going. They don't embrace that, right? But what do they want still?
They want everything handed to them.
The glory.
So the
Well,
glory.
they want the result, don't they?
Yeah, they want the
Yeah.
result. Right.
Okay, I don't get that part. It's really hard for me to understand that. They see, that's all people see. Sorry, I'm looking for a charger for my wife. That's what people see. Everybody see the result. They see the weigh-ins. They see it was all ripped up and in good shape. They see us driving nice cars. They see that stuff. They don't see how it started. They don't see the 8 weeks of training camp. Let's put in perspective real quick for everybody. Think about Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman, a good man.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman, Christian. He's a Christian man. He's a family man. He's married. You know, he's a great guy. And think about this. I'm in the best shape of my life 5 minutes ago. Now, I don't know if I'm going to fight within a year.
Right.
5 minutes ago, you're in the best shape of your life ever. You're literally fighting the first card with people ever that the UFC after the pandemic. You are fighting a tough guy, fighting for your spot to fight for the title again. You worked your butt off. You looked awesome. And then what? Now he's got one of the nastiest fractures I've ever seen. And he's still posting, trying to find the silver lining and trying to find the blessing in disguise because he's a Christian. He believes that there's a blessing in disguise. There's not many people like that, man.
No.
You see, there's not many people like that. Like Chris Weidman, like Rich Franklin. Rich Franklin, because I say because it's the truth. He's a great champion, great human being, like creating a tour. You know, people there, George St. Pierre.
Right.
Talk about good champions here. People that were role models for the sport. You know, and then like in life, they don't quit, they train hard. That's still in the ugliest, nastiest circumstances, and know it's gonna be hard. You already know it's gonna be hard. You're training for 8 weeks for the whole world to watch, in front of the whole planet, the people that you love, to watch you fight somebody that's preparing strictly to kick your ass on national television. How's that not personal? How's that not stressful? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not for everybody. That's not for everyone.
Right.
And you have to be crazy and you have to be selfish to be a champion of that. And like I said, it's not for everyone. It's easy to talk about, it, easy to say. It's very easy to desire that life and to want that life and to want that fame. But you don't want to put in the work, man. You don't want to put in the work. You want to take pictures and get a free fucking tap out t-shirt.
Sure, right.
You want to get something out of it. You want to get some sort of popularity, some more, whatever called MySpace, Facebook followers, Instagram followers. You want to get some more, you want to get something that's going to make you popular and make people that you don't even know like you. What the hell is wrong with your priorities?
Sure. Yeah. No,
you put in the wrong. Your priorities are all twisted. You try to impress people you don't know.
Sure.
You're an idiot.
Sure. 100%. 100%.
It's how it's going nowadays.
It is too. Yeah.
What can I do? How do you get to the UFC nowadays? There are so many gateways that people don't even get their fair chance. You guys do the podcast guys, right? Let me ask you a question. What's the average fighter of the UFC fighter nowadays? The average life?
God. Is it 5 years?
And from the moment anybody gets hired, oh my God, you crack me up.
No.
Anybody that gets signed up, you've been watching the fights because it's my job. I'm still an interpreter, so I have to watch every fight over and over and over. So think about all these people. They're making debuts. They're making the pro debuts in the UFC. Are you fucking kidding me? The UFC is for the best of the best of the best. When I get here, you're making your pro debut in the UFC, MC Punk, FCM Punk, whatever, MC Punk. And then you go all these people. Do you know what the average life of a UFC fighter is? Just to say that you're a former UFC fighter. Guess, Chad. I'll give you a guess.
So currently, you're saying currently, what's
what's the lifetime, what average contract of a UFC fighter?
6 months to a year, maybe.
Good job. 11 months.
Wow.
You give usually one fight in short notice.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can't. You're kind of going to be called. You can come out of the contender series and maybe not. So you called in short notice. What, to say if you're yes man, if you're company man,
right?
Then you're going to say yes. Of course you're going to say yes. UFC finally called. So you're going to take a fight in short notice, probably lose. Why? To pad somebody's record that they need to be promoted. They want somebody to win.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you pad somebody's record, and what they promise you a fair chance. I'm not telling everybody's like this. In average.
Sure.
So okay, now you take this fight. I'll give you a next chance. Next chance you get a full camp.
Right.
So they give you a full camp with somebody that's in your same exact shoes.
Yeah.
Like God impressed is your full camp you have. The outcome of that fight decides if you're going to be cut or if they give you another fight or not.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then what, man? And then you put all your chips, and then you put all your chips in one basket. Yeah, and then you put all your chips in one basket, and then what? And then you kind of lose, or something happens, and you lose, and you get cut. You can make a second run. Some people have. Matt came back, Brown. You know, some people get cut, go to different league, do amazing runs, and come back to the UFC. Right. Jason McDonald did that. You know, some people did that, and they come back and have another run at the UFC, but it's very rare. But then we put all your chips in one basket to be in the UFC, and you last 2 years, 3 years, and then what now? What? Yeah. What is your plan B, C, D, E? What are you going to be doing? You're going to be working PetSmart, asshole.
Yeah, they have no plan.
No plan.
at all.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna probably start what? We're gonna start a police academy
Right.
because that's what some of them do. They're still young.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Enlist in the military late?
Yeah.
No, they got a
Sure.
shitty job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have,
They
work
have
for a
nothing
living.
else to fall back on,
Yeah.
which was always my downfall for my career because I always had my schools first. You know that
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
was in UFC training camps teaching seminars.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, wow. Okay. So you were teaching
I always
and
was teaching.
you were
I
teaching
always
and
was
training.
unless it took the last
Wow.
6 weeks. And when I realized I couldn't do that, you cannot train here. You always teach for the last 6 weeks. But I always thought, but again, I was teaching and training and coaching and training and teaching every day all my career. Rich just met me in the training sessions and went home to sleep.
Wow.
Franklin,
Frankly, yeah.
Yeah, Franklin. Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
3-time world champion. Smart.
Yeah. I remember those early OGCs. Dustin would have those tournaments. You'd show up to coach all your guys. And I was like,
I was at
everybody.
7 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, I was either a blue belt or maybe a new purple belt. And I was coaching against you. I'm like, holy crap. How am I coaching my guys against George? It was, you
Yeah.
know, kind of an early starstruck moment at that time in jiu-jitsu for me. you
Yeah,
know?
it's all
But-
good. Like I like it. I like the competition. I congratulate everybody. If they beat my guys, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
good job. Should probably shake
Absolutely.
their hands and enjoy competition. But I
Yeah.
was doing this while training, while
Yeah.
fighting,
Wow.
while like carrying my nutrition with me on a cooler. No excuses, man. Like had I not done that, I wouldn't be in this blessed position that I am today, man.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
I have
Right.
a beautiful home, amazing wife and 3 beautiful kids. My dogs and my kids. No humans.
Dogs.
I do not want humans. Nothing to do. My dog have 3 pit bulls. My babies, they are babies, and I do what I love for a living. Like I've always done. I have always paved my own path.
Mhm.
Nobody did shit for me. Nobody told me. Nobody helped. Nobody. I always follow my dream, follow my passion, pave my way, made my name. Now I'm living, still hustling every day, but I'm reaping the benefits that I've been sowing for 30 years.
Sure.
The shit was not free. What I have today is not free. My name didn't come for free. It comes with 13 orthopedic surgeries, 2 knee replacements, bad discs, bad elbows. My ears are fucked. My nose is fucked. Yeah, my name didn't come for free either. But I have it,
Sure.
and it's
Right.
mine. Nobody can take that from me.
Yeah. Right.
Nope.
Yeah. And that's it's the fruit of your labors, all that
Yeah.
time,
I did it. I want to do it my way. I always want to
Sure.
I want to do it my
Yeah.
way. I wanted to create my future. I wanted to do it, live my path. I think martial arts turned me to the person that I am today. I'm really happy. I'm an honest worker. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I work hard and I work honestly. And I'm a loving Christian and I love my wife. Like I said, I love my family. And I think martial arts really did that for me. Well, along with maturing, being older and all that.
Sure.
I lived a crazy life early, but I want to do the same thing for other people, for everybody. Every day, I swear to God, it's so weird nowadays. Every day, I have somebody coming to my school with tear in their eyes because their kid's been bullied, and they want to sign up, not because of the love of jiu-jitsu, but because they have to learn because they're being bullied at school,
Right.
or even grown-ups because they don't want to get beat up again, and they want to get hurt again. And I'm like, that's the reason you really are committing to this. Because I ask them, why you sign up here in my classes? You sign up for the hardest training there is. I cuss, I'm a hard coach, but I promise your life will change if you stick around here long enough.
Mhm.
And they all do. But I always say, if your life is perfect and you're really happy, like, I don't know what you're doing here. If you're in my class, in my school, you're looking for something, for some serious change, because what you're about to go through is not going to be easy. It is not Taekwondo, no offense. It's not Kung Fu.
Right.
You're going to learn, and you're going to get punched in the face from Muay Thai. You're going to get kicked in the legs, in the head, and you're going to get choked. You're going to get armbarred. But how do you suggest teaching you how to fight if I don't put you to fight?
Put to
Yeah. Right.
How? Would you have any suggestion? How can you ease you into a combat sport?
You can't
without having you jump into the fire under supervision. It's not a choice. I'm not Billy Blanks. I'm not here for aesthetics.
Right.
Yeah. To kind of piggyback off of that, George. So we talked about it on a couple podcasts. Dustin actually brought it up to me. People say jiu-jitsu is for everybody. Do you believe that?
I do.
Or like my thought is it has the potential to be for everybody, but some people just aren't about
no,
it.
but then you said, see, but you will look at your own words. I got a degree in English, man. Look what you just said. Jiu-jitsu is for everybody. You say, no, I would say jiu-jitsu could be for everybody, but people have a problem. No, then it is for everybody. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You just said that. The jiu-jitsu is for everyone. The people that have the problem, if you say people have the problem committing or believing it or giving it a chance, that's not the problem. Not the art's problem. Is the whatever is predetermined, ingrained in that human's mind. That's the mental mistake.
Yeah,
that's a mental mistake that they're creating themselves. Why? No, jiu-jitsu is good for everyone. Everyone, especially if you want enforcement, especially if you're the head of the household, if you have children to protect, anything at all. If physical activity, you don't want to have a heart attack, you want to live long, you want to be healthy. Yeah, jiu-jitsu is for everyone. If the people that have a problem getting out of the comfort zone are the people that never really live anyway. They never live. Yeah. They only stay in the comfort zone in front of the TV, having the little microwavable dinner, and living the virtual life on the video game, playing with guys from Kazakhstan, making friends, like getting blown up in virtual lives. I don't judge because it's not my life to live. But again, I don't choose to do that. You know, I want to, it's like I said, Bruce Lee is a life worth living. I like to be out of my comfort zone. I like to take chances. You know, I like to do different things. At the same time, I like to be a homebody.
Yeah.
Why? Sure. Because it keeps me grounded. I like to be at home with my wife and dogs and no one else. Yeah. I love it. But every day I put myself out there in a comfortable situation. In as far as however it is in class, that my skin's in the game. I throw a kick, they literally brushes their hair. And I'm like, you see, but I take the chance to really just brush hair. Yeah, because if I do wrong, I'll kick my students right in the face. So I like to put myself in this situation every day because it keeps you sharp, man. Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and don't take anything for granted. I don't take anything for granted. Every day for me is a huge gift. Every day that I have at home, every day that I wake up healthy, you know, since my mom, I learned that I live this way. Every day is a gift. It's a gift that I want to enjoy the most. Yeah. And I want to be nobody else. And I want to have what nobody else has. And I want to, nobody else has wife. I want cars or looks or jobs. I'm really fucking happy being me and living my life right now. I created that and I'm proud of that. And I'm grateful for that.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
Hey, George, can I ask you this? How, Ohio, Cincinnati.
Fuck.
Man, it's colder.
It's
colder up here. Yeah, no, I was going to ask you why you settled on Cincinnati.
I didn't settle. I was forced, but it's okay. I'm cool now. Yeah. Like when I said, Mom, Dad, I'm going to go back to America. And I'm going to California to live in Hicks and Gracie's house in the school. That's my goal. To live with him and to clean the mats and to learn jiu-jitsu and go to the UFC. And I'll sign up for college there. And they go, no, you're not. Your brother is already in Dayton, Ohio. He's going to Wright State, just like you, for international business. So we can help each other out. I'm like, I'm not going to Ohio. Cornfields and ugly people. No, thank you. No, I'm not going. You know, that's what I heard then. I have never been to Ohio before. And I'm like, Ohio, where is it in the map? I was in Chicago. I'm like, no, I don't go to Ohio. And they're going, your brother is there. He's got a job waiting tables lined up for you. So he can start making an income. So if you're not going to Ohio, you're not going at all. I'm like, oh, sign me up. Ohio it is. So now I'm the only one in Ohio. He's in Texas and the other one is in LA.
That's what I was going to ask you next.
He's in Austin. The Jackass is in Austin, a beautiful home next to a golf course where the sun shines every day. You got a truck. Everybody in Austin has a truck. And half of the little one, my younger brother, is in LA, in Cali.
Wow.
Which is the most beautiful state ever besides them Democrats.
That's why you're in Ohio, man.
I mean, I can't go to California anymore, man. I don't know what's going on with everybody Biden lovers over there, the Democrats, all the equality crap. I'll get in fights every day if I go to California. Like, literally, it was my favorite place to go, but now I know what's wrong with you guys. You're drinking different water there in California.
Yeah.
Tripping.
Yeah. Well, hey, George, we won't keep you too long. I want to ask this one thing. What's your legacy? What do you want your legacy to be?
It is.
It is. Good.
It is. I get so many messages every day from my students. Hey, I already have my legacy. It's built. I've never done anything half-ass in my life when it comes, never. I'm fully committed. So I'll say all the time, I'll be damned if I have a mediocre legacy. And I don't. Look at Dustin Ware. Look at my black belts. Look at Rob Nickerson. Look at John Stutzman. Look, I have 32 black belts. Most of them run in their own schools. Josh Sauter is mine, but he's all the way in Florida. There's Ashley Lockwood is still in West Virginia running. Like they're third, fourth. John is a fourth degree black belt now, Stutzman. So my legacy is being carried away with honor, dignity, and very, very high standards. Not only in jiu-jitsu, but in Muay Thai, in MMA. I'm very proud already. So I don't know when God's going to call me. I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I've always been ready. I want to stay. I want to live. I want to live as long as I can live a love life. But I'm ready. It's just going to be really, really hard to kill my name or to even forget about it. It's going to live for centuries after I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
all those people you mentioned, not only are they good martial artists and what you've created, but they're good people. Like John Stutzman's a good dude. Like how, you know what I mean? Like I've met all
I'm
these
not
guys.
going to promote you as a black belt if you're not a good dude. You have your family.
Yeah. I mean, Terry's
your
hurt me.
Family to me.
Yeah.
If you're not, you can never make it to black belt close to me if I don't like you.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like you, I'm not going to promote you. You're not going to be close to me. You're not going to be hanging out with me. We're not going to be talking. Like, I don't like to have people that I don't like around. Who does?
Yeah.
Like, we have different beliefs with different people. Look, man, like just to avoid a physical confrontation because it's going to happen eventually. Like, let's just not even talk. I don't associate with people that are not my kind. I don't like it. I don't like people full of excuses. I don't like people that are negative. I don't like people that see the glass always half empty. I don't like pessimistic people. I don't like haters. I like people that are always aggressive, grinning on the other side. I have a list. It is always the same people. It's called them. It's them. Who's them? Who's them? Them are the ones that are always talking, never doing.
Yeah.
Always typing, never acting. Always hating, never loving. Always talking about you, but never praising. Always full of excuses, asking God, why me, instead of getting up and go fetch what you believe you're worth it. It's the same people. It's the same people. The quitters and the excuse makers are always the same people. I don't want those people around me. I'm 44. I don't need that shit. I don't need any white hair. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need I don't need extra pounds. I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I don't allow that. Even in my students, when you come to my school in my class, the first week trial, the first time I shake your hand, I try to talk you into walking out of my school. Yeah. Like, listen, do you know what it is here? Is yes, sir, no, sir. Yeah. This is how it's going to be. You're going to try it hard. And if you don't work hard, like, don't waste my time and leave. And they all stay. Yeah. I tell the truth. And then somebody always said, if you really love somebody, always tell the truth. If you care for somebody, love the truth. I'll take every student as a blank sheet of paper. I don't judge, but I'm going to tell them the truth right off the bat. If you don't come here to work hard and to bust your ass, don't sign up. You're wasting my time. And I don't need your membership. We're packed.
Which is
don't
awesome.
Come here to say you train here. Don't come here to point a picture on Facebook saying training here. Take a picture with me or anybody else saying that you train with us. Like, come here to better yourself, to work hard. The only job is to say us and to do the next repetition better than the one before. That's your only job. It's a great job to have. is to answer me, acknowledge my presence, and do what you're told. So go do that and do it well. And come back the next day and do it again. And then you can stay.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It's
That's
not
great.
a democracy. It's never going to
Sure.
Democracies don't work. You got to have some sort of leadership, man.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
ever heard of too many chiefs, not enough Indians?
Yep.
I heard that before.
Yep.
In a martial arts school, that's one of the biggest setbacks / poisons / failure formulas you can have is too many chiefs, too many information, too many opinions coming from everywhere. I can give two shits. Do you think I'm going to oblige and make it happy to everybody's desire of a perfect schedule? A class would be better at 5. A body class would be better for me at 5:30. Or can we have a class at 6 instead of 5:30? No. This is our schedule.
This is it.
There's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
We offer a great schedule in many locations. Make it. Can I make it? Okay, Felicia, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Seek life elsewhere.
No, that's perfect. We've added classes over the years, like on my schedule, but it's always been the same time.
Mm-hmm.
People, again, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. I still have 30 to 40 people in every one of my classes.
It's awesome. That's awesome. I mean? It's just keep consistency. It's not difficult. It really is, Chad.
Yeah.
It's not difficult, and the relationship is not even fair. I tell everybody our relationship's not fair.
Right.
Why? I'm always here for you. I'm always going to show up. I'm not going to break up with you. I'm not going to leave you. You can disappear and start, I don't want to do jiu-jitsu anymore. I just want to play the harp now. I want to be a javelin thrower.
Right.
And then you can decide to never show up again. And you and I have no ties. You have no commitment towards me whatsoever. You can stop whenever you want. So if you really think about it, their relationship is far all until you disappoint me a couple of times.
True. Yeah.
You start showing that you're lazy, you're not showing consistency and all that. So my attention always veers to the hard workers.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're a new student or old student. If you're old student, you're a hard worker. You don't stay,
right.
You can't stay. And if you're new students, the new students understand that the ones that work hard, they get my attention. The ones that don't work hard, they get my attention too, yelling at them.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want George yelling at me.
No, you don't want to be on that
side.
side.
I don't want to yell at you. Side. I come home with no voice every day. Every day I come home, there's no voice. Every day.
That's passion though, man. That's passion.
I love, man. Yeah. Like I said, I thought all morning. I saw the podcast. I shut the windows. I closed down with my business partner. Tomorrow going to Grapple Industries, another tournament. The week after we have seminars. The week after we have Muay Thai fights. We keep just growing. Always meeting and growing. And like I said, I owe a lot to Dave Fluffy. Dave Reeves. He's the brain behind the operation. He's the only organizing, does everything with the scheduling, the classes, and Kelly. Kelly Chick is our GM. We also have a GM. It's crazy, Chad. I have a GM overlooking all the staff, and she is like we're a tripod. She is such an important part of our success and our puzzle that the three of us, Kelly, Dave, and I couldn't ask for a better dream team. And like I said, I've never experienced this type of success in business before. It's overwhelming, and I have to get more rest and more sleep and more food now just to be able to teach them many classes. It's crazy.
That's amazing, man.
That's awesome.
But it's a blessing. I keep thinking, why am I complaining? If I had it the other way, if I didn't have anybody in my classes, I would say, oh my God, I would teach 10 hours straight if I had people come.
Right.
So I really am just flabbergasted with the amount of people joining and how big and how busy we are. But I welcome it. I'm ready for it.
That's awesome.
I welcome it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess like I said, there's a storm coming, and King Leonidas provoked it himself. They say from the movie, so I guess the fruits of the labor are really coming hard. The people are just coming back and coming, and people want to sign up. And now it's for kids. The kids are busy. We have Dave Fluffy get implemented. We have cardio classes. We have women's only. We have no gi. Seriously, we have to the point they have the only women's class that is packed. They feel very comfortable training with Coach Elena. And we have a really good thing going. Like the schedule's online. They can check classes. They can reserve appointments. They have literally a store online that we don't have to keep a lot of inventory. Everything you can order is online, comes with our packaging. Yep. And we're in the crisp of launching our own like national like website store.
Oh wow.
So we can sell everything online. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's all Dave. It's all Fluffy doing that stuff. I'll take care of the product. I'll keep teaching people good jiu-jitsu, good Muay Thai, the best way I can.
That's cool.
I got a question for you, George.
Yes, sir.
This is off, random. One of my students asked me the other day.
I like those, the best questions.
Yeah. So Joe Rogan, obviously we all know, big into jiu-jitsu. He always says, I'm a black belt in the gi and I'm a black belt in no gi. What do you, I mean, I know what he means, obviously, because he's under Eddie Bravo and they have their own curriculum. But to me, if you're a black belt in the gi, you're already a black belt in no gi. Yeah.
You said it right. Yeah. You're a black belt. You said it right. Look, very easy question. If you're no gi, it's okay. You can be, if you're the no gi, black belt, no gi, black belt, you can be very good, no gi. Yeah. But you're never going to be great. Because in no gi, there's a lot of slip and slide, a lot of athleticism that plays into it. You put a black belt with a gi, a good gi black belt, and take the gi off, and he can hold his own. But they put a guy that's great with no gi, dressed up in a gi, is like put him on a straitjacket. Yep. His gi is going to work against him. So every great grappler in the world, everyone, even Gordon Ryan, he's great with a gi. He competes no gi. Right. But he got his black belt with a gi. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When we have the option, when no gi have 2 or 3 different options, in no gi we have 23 different options right. to choose from. So your brain is expanded in a complete different format and way that needs to go, oh my God, it's like the Matrix. I have all of these options to play with. My lapel can work for him. His lapel can work for me or for him. It doesn't matter how it works here. Yeah. Which no gi, a very strong bridge turn to a single leg, boom. Done. You can get like a good wrestler. A good wrestler can look like a really good grappler in no gi. Right. But put that good wrestler in a gi and put him on his back to play guard and go evaluate his technique and look how shitty it looks. Yep. Yep. So that's my take. Yep. I like that. Same. Gi will make you great. No gi is limited. Yep. To athleticism and sweaty stuff and slip and slide. Yeah. Yep. That's what we talked about. The gi is the technique of experience. The hardest competition in the world is the worlds of the gi. Yeah. Harder than any MMA fight, harder than anything that we're going to go compete with those guys, Leandro Lowe, and that pace with those grips, bullshit for 10 minutes. You're out of your mind. That's the hardest competition on the planet. Yeah. It's the jiu-jitsu with the gi. Master Hazel Gracie always said that. The gi is the hardest fight you're going to have. Yeah. Your forearms are shocked. You're trapped all over with the cloth. You don't know where your belt is. You can't move or slide anywhere because the friction is so tight of the pants and the lapel. Not slip, sliding, not breathing. Yeah. And at the same time, there's all kinds of scrambles that can be created. So yeah, the gi is infinite. The gi is an endless book. Yep. The no gi. Yeah. No gi is great. It's interesting. It's the real life stuff. But it's a lot more simple. Yeah. It's a different game. It's not that simple either. It's just not as detailed. Correct. Yeah.
As a gi. Yeah. Sure.
It's not as filled with details due to the lack of options, due to the lack of material to grab.
Yeah. Right. Sure. Yeah. No, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Cool. Awesome, man. Good stuff. Thanks, George, so much. Hey, man, social media? You want to tell everybody where they can follow you if they want to follow you?
Yes, my name, George. I'm my own guys. I only do Instagram. Don't do anything on Facebook. I don't even click. I try to really stay off social media, especially nowadays the way things are. Sure. I don't care to. I always post things about the school. So if anybody's ever interested, it's jgmma.com. But we have JG_. Fluffy BJJ is our Instagram. Jorge Gurgel Martial Arts Academy is on Facebook. You know, in my Instagram, my personal Instagram, I always put the classes. I always post the classes. Either the classes of my wife or my dogs. But the classes is my name, Jorge Gurgel, on Instagram. So usually I always have pictures of my gi classes or what we're working on. The kids mostly. I'm very proud of the kids. So I usually post a video of the kids and a bunch of Muay Thai. We get ready to go to fights in 2 weeks. So really invested in my 12 fighters that are about to compete. All first timers.
Awesome.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So thank you so much, guys. How do I see? How do I read this? How do I go to your bio? What do I follow you?
We'll keep you posted. Chad, you want to?
I'll send you a link to everything on Instagram and Facebook. It's just Limitless Radiocast. So I'll send you some information. You'll be posted in a couple weeks. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. I'd like to know so I can repost it.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys may, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to you, Chad. Thank you, Terry, for having me on.
Thank you, George.
I don't ever, so I have no idea what I just said for the next hour.
That's all right.
I have no clue. It just comes out naturally. So I'm
Good.
sure I cussed. I'm sure I said a bunch of things inappropriate. I have no filter. But I want to thank my team. I want to thank Dave Reeves, Fluffy, for being who he is. I want to thank Kelly Chick. Like without those two, there's no way that our business would be where it is today. All the staff, Jake Nickerson, Petrie, Coach Jay Wood, everybody, Coach Hannah, Coach Davey, all our staff, our front Lance and everybody in the front, like one team, one dream. You know, we're living the dream. We're pushing it forward every day. And if you're looking for a change in your life, like for change, if your life is too happy and perfect, good for you. Stay where you are. But if you're looking for change, jgmma.com, pay us a visit. You're going to find what you're looking for.
That's awesome.
Awesome,
Good
man.
deal, man.
Man, I appreciate you so much, George. Thanks for everything.
I appreciate you guys.
God bless you.
Is
And your
gnarly,
wife.
Chad. What's the deal? They cut that thing off, man.
No, man.
Look homeless.
Come on. There's no
like a nice homeless. A homeless that has like a nice smelling perfume beard type thing.
Oh, that type of homeless. Okay.
Yeah, that type of the homeless that chooses to look homeless.
Yeah.
Like you're acting for a movie role. You're looking for a movie role.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Something like that. Like in a cops show.
Cop show.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
How can you roll with that beard, dude?
It's not that bad. It doesn't get like grabbed that much. I think it protects my lapels a little bit so they can't get the choke.
Because nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to attack that. Go through all the hair to get your neck. Very good strategy.
Yeah. I'm getting older.
Thank you for having me on, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll have to get together sometime, George. It's been a while.
You know, like I said, I'm the only guy that the name's on the building. That's in the building every day.
Yep. Yes,
I'm always there, brother. If you ever want to stop by, I teach the classes every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon.
Yep.
You know, it's a great group of people. If you ever want to stop by, guest, teach something, roll around, you're always more than welcome to. Both you guys, anytime.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, man.
You know, all of our schedules in jgmma.com. There's the Westchester, the Monroe location, the Lebanon, like everything is in there, but I'm usually in Westchester.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. All right, brother.
Beans.
All right. Take it easy, man. God bless you.
Have a great week.
Yep.
Guys. Thank you for
All right. We'll see you, man.
On.
Later.
You too, brother.